So Jesse, do you want people to ask questions as you go, or do you want them to hold everything till the end?
We can do both. It's really up to whatever people want to do. I am so open to, I have like, you'll see on the PowerPoint, I have a little roadmap of, how we're going to get to each step and everything. But if people have questions in the moment of like, hey, wait, can you slow down that step, or can you do that again? I am so open to that, because also can tell me if I'm going too fast, because knowing me, I'm like, la, 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 and we'll just keep going. So yeah, definitely open to if anyone has questions, or if because I'm broadly hitting like, what you guys would want to create if you're a catering business, food truck, personal chef, anything like that. And if you're thinking of something I'm not thinking of that you might want to include, let me know, and then I can try to answer your questions.
Well, I think I'll give the formal intro and then hand it over to you. I think I'll definitely mute myself, but I'll probably keep my video on just so folks know I'm still here. But yeah, we'll leave it to you and your very capable hands. So Jessie's here because she's passionate about web design, and she's been pursuing that passion by helping creative individuals create websites that can highlight their skills and their abilities. So we thought it'd be really great to bring her into a demo class, because all of you guys are creative people who are very likely to want to create some sort of web presence. So you might already have a website that you need to work on, or you might be thinking about starting a new website for maybe catering or for personal private chef work, or just to highlight what you've done so far and sort of highlight you as a individual. Right, so we thought it'd be great to bring Jessie in. And like I said, her slides are available on at the Institute, so you guys can grab them after this is over and then try and do it for yourself and see how you do. So thank you for coming, Jessie, and I will mute myself and hand it over to you.
All right, I am so excited. So hi guys. So the main goal for today is creating a website that is going to feature yourself as a chef, food truck owner, caterer, however you want to promote yourself as a food creative. We are going to go through several steps, including, so we're going to make our template. We're going to establish branding. So, picking your color palettes, picking your fonts that are going to be consistent throughout your entire website. Choosing a domain name. We're going to talk about the different options that Wix give you, because there's a free option and then there's the option that you pay for. Adding your photos and media library. I assume you guys probably spent a lot of time talking about how you photograph your food and your art. And then making your website list pages, like how many pages do you want in there? Do you want it one page? Do you want it multiple pages? What are you including on your website? Talking about your event schedule, if that's an option for you. How your customers can contact you. That's huge, obviously. And of course, adding social media links, because everyone wants to link from Instagram to your website to Instagram, or Yelp or Foursquare, or whatever different social media platforms you're using to promote yourself. So the first thing I'm definitely going to say as a general thing is this workshop is just a guideline. Wix will give you templates, and you don't have to use what Wix gives you. If you don't like a box somewhere, delete it. If you don't like a page, get rid of it. What I'm doing is might not necessarily work for you, but I'm just teaching you how to use Wix different apps, because it's can be a very detailed program, and at first can feel a little crazy, but once you play with it and you really work with it, it's something I think it's fun. Because you can just sit and get a website done in about an afternoon or a day, depending on how much work you're putting in and how much photos and text you have planned in advance. So, hopefully the goal is, you might have your folder of photos already ready to go and ready to upload. That's amazing. Wix does have a lot of stock photos, which I'll personally use today, but I'm hoping you guys can have photos that you already use for yourself. All right, so first things first, let me start sharing my screen. I think I'm able to do that. Yes, fabulous. Okay. So everybody can see my screen, right? Awesome. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is go to my wix.com, so wix.com, and it's going to log in, and it'll give you an option either to sign in with either a Gmail account, like a Google account, Facebook, or you just create your own login. It's up to you. I'm already logged in because I spend way too much time on this website, but I'm on here a lot. So once everybody's there, probably going to have to move this around a lot. Go to, if you're a brand new member, it'll automatically send you the next page that I'm going to take you to. If you already have other sites On Wix, you're going to click Create New Site. And then it's going to ask you what kind of website do you want to create. So for today, we're going to go to Restaurants and Food, which is right here in the center. Click on Restaurants and Food. It's going to ask if you want to create a website with editor or if you want it to create it for you. We're going to do editor because that means it's doing it on your own. The other option is if you pay Wix to pay someone to do it for you. So we're going to choose a template. So the next page that opens is different website templates in the restaurant category. So there's lots of different options like, I'm moving it over again. Okay, catering, restaurant, bakery, bars. So it's all up to what you think is the best fit of what your website is. For the sake of today, we're going to click on catering and chef. One option that I really liked that I explored a little bit was the food truck option. We're going to take some of the things they incorporated in that website and put it in the template that we're going to play with today. So scroll to the bottom of the page.
Oh, I actually want to see that.
Yeah. So scroll to the bottom of the page. We're going to play with the Mexican restaurant template. So what we do is we click Edit. So you're picking that template. It's going to take a second for Wix to load the editing program because it does take a minute because there's a lot of stuff going on there. Are you guys with me so far? Yay.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so this is loading. So it's going to pop up what they have a lot of really great, helpful how to get started videos if you have any questions. So that's another great thing to reference if at any point you have no idea how to fix X, Y, or Z. They have a lot of great helpful videos. We're going to close this for now. So the first page you're looking at right here is your home screen. So the first thing we're going to start is your branding. We're going to pick what our restaurant's name is and what our basic fonts are going to be. So we're going to pick two types of fonts. One is going to be your restaurant font, like, you know, the name of your restaurant is always going to be in this font. All your headers are going to be in this font. So you need to remember that, and we'll write it down, of course, too. And then your second font will be like your paragraphs and all of your smaller details. So we're going to do, so I decided that our theme for our restaurant is going to be avocado based because Wix has a lot of stock photos of avocados. So to edit your text, to change your name, you're going to click edit text right here, and then it's going to highlight this. It's going to come up, you're going to get your text settings right here. It's under this here at the top is your theme. So it's all different types of header themes. I'm going to just stick with what they have here. For our font type, I'm going to do for today, we're going to scroll way up to the top and we're going to do Belinda, which should be right here. There we go. I think it's a nice scrawly, but also very easy to read font. We're going to scroll, take that down a little bit. If you want to play with, if you want to play with colors, here's your color palette all right here. I'm going to keep it a white just so it definitely pops against photos for now. Now, since we're avocado themed, what do we want to call our restaurant? So I'm giving you guys an input to name our restaurant today.
You said the title.
The guac,
You said the title for the
avocado seed. I don't know.
The avocado bar.
Avocado bar? Okay, so we're going to call it avocado bar.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so that's your title. And then underneath, so for now it says Mexican cuisine. Let's change that too. So let's pick our second font. I personally, keeping it very simple, easy to read, that's the biggest thing. Arial's a good option, or I usually do Avenir, I guess that's what you call it. So we'll just say that over. Or you can call it truck, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we've got our branding. That's the first thing down. We've got our fonts and we've got our name. Always a good startup. The next thing we're going to do is, notice how I just clicked here, it says change strip background. So the strip background is all of this, the photo behind you here. So we're going to click on that, and this little box is going to pop up. So it gives you lots of different options. You can do just a plain color, which is an option, but I would say for your front page, you want to have something that pops. So you can choose either an image or a video. So for example, if we go to image right now, it's going to give you all of their, so image, here's your option. This is when you pull out your file of photos that you already have ready to go. You click upload media. You can save from your computer, or if you want to upload images that are from other social media accounts or your Google Drive, all of your options are here. A lot of times I will personally upload it from my computer. So it's all here, and then it's going to pull up whatever file you need, whether you have it saved in a certain folder or just your regular pictures. So, sorry, I have to keep moving the box where I see you guys because there's all of the apps on here. I'm going to close this. For the sake of today, I'm going to use this stock image for our background because all of the avocados. All right, so we've got our strip background. There's this button right here that says stretched. That means the image is all the way to the edge of the web page. If you don't like that look, notice how in Wix it'll have the little like dots on the side. That's when it's fit. So that's when it's all the way out its screen. If you want it between the dots, that's fitting to your page. So those are your two options. Totally up to you. Very good. So we've done a lot so far. The most important thing we need to do is we need to save all of this so it doesn't get lost because the internet, is a chaotic place. So you're gonna click save. A lot of times Wix automatically does saves itself, but you still need to make sure it happens no matter what. And also we need to go through the first time we save. Okay, I guess I want to save. It's not popping up yet. There we go. Okay. So when you click save, the first time you ever click save, this window is going to pop up. So it's going to say choose a domain to save your website. So there are two options for this. There's the get the free Wix domain, which is going to have your username / wixsite.com / and then you can name the last part. So we'll do our restaurant name, avocado. That is an option. When you use the free option, there will be a little banner somewhere on your website, usually towards the bottom, that says this is a free website made by Wix. And also it's a lot more convoluted to find this website when you use it the free domain way. You can still find it on Google, but it's a little bit harder. Your customers would have to type in your exact restaurant name and your exact location or any exact details to find it. And it might not necessarily appear at the top. If you choose the customize your own domain, one, you get your own domain. So you could have, for example, and I doubt this is available, avocadorestaurant.com, or you'd have to find some variation of it. Then you can, it also gives you the options to do SEO for Google. I don't know if you guys are familiar with SEO. That's inserting keywords so customers can find your restaurant. So if they type in, for example, avocado restaurant in Philly, this would pop up, or vegetarian in Philly, or something that you think would be a buzzword for your truck, restaurant, or business. It's going to make it a lot more searchable and a lot more connectable. When you do the domain, you are going to be paying for the Wix Premium. So if you buy their most basic option, which I have done before, it's about $160 for an entire year. Though you can do plans of up to 3 years. So the more you buy in the future, you will save. I'm not doing a Wix promo, I swear. Just giving you the heads up. When you do sign up for premium, they pay for your domain charge, which is usually about like $12, $15 a year. You get that for free for your first year, which is nice. So they help you with all of that. We're not going to go through that today because I don't want to pressure anyone into making and buying a website right now. So just to keep it simple, we're just going to stick with the get your free domain option. So we click save and continue. So the next thing that's going to pop up is, there we go. So it's going to say your website saved. Great. Here it is at this address right here. Now it's going to say what's next. You want to say publish it so people can see it. We don't want people to see anything yet because we're just getting started. So do not, in all caps, do not click publish now until you are ready for the entire universe to see it. So I would say don't click that publish button until you've done every page, you've looked it over, you've had friends look it over, because I'll show you in a second. So if we're just going to close this window out. So while you're editing, to see that you are, how it's going to look once it goes live, you go to the right-hand corner, you're going to click preview, and it's going to open this really cool preview window, and it shows you exactly what your page is going to look like as of right now. Awesome, very good. All right, so we're gonna click back to editor. So we're gonna go back to editor. Great, so we're saving background image. All right, next step we're gonna do, I gotta move you guys back over again. So we have our background, our front page image. Notice how there's a lot of white here. And if that's what you wanna go for, great. However, if not what you wanna do, let's go to, so you click the background. So then you say change page background. So we're gonna get similar options that we did when we changed the background strip. Now, what you can do is I would say keep it simple and just pick a color. So then this color is gonna help your photos pop, help your text pop, all of that. So it gives you a lot of different color templates here. And even as you see on my screen, as I go over different colors, it's changing it in the editor. So so you can see the colors next to your home background image. If you want to explore different templates, click change, and here's all these color palettes. So there are a lot of options out there. For the sake of today, I'm going to stick with, where did I say? What they naturally give, because I'm going towards the green, because I'm liking how the green goes with our home image. So let's do the dark green and stick there. And if you want to get even more individualized colors, you can use the color wheel over here. Okay. Now, once wait, it didn't, hold on, sorry. There we go. So we've chosen our color. Now, if you want that on every single page, it's very easy to do. On the screen here, you have apply to other pages. So you're going to click that button. So notice here you're seeing all of your other pages and what their background colors are. So you're going to click all of these, so then it automatically makes this dark green color your background on all of your pages, or just the pages you want. Yes.
Where did you click that from?
So we're in our main menu. So there's the little box that says page background.
Okay.
So you're there, and then at the bottom of that menu, like underneath all the photo options that they have, there's apply to other pages.
Oh, okay.
And then that will open that. Did you see that?
All right.
Okay, good.
One more
Thank
thing.
you.
Yeah.
Could you take other pictures or contents from on the other website on the other template if you like, and
Most
then
definitely.
transfer it to
Yeah.
that template?
So you can. So there's all of the stock photos that actually here. Let me close this real quick. So there's all the stock photos that Wix have available right here. If you want to use an image that you have saved somewhere else, like on your computer, click image. If this will open. Sorry, my computer's going slow this morning. Click image, and then here's your stock photos, but also if you want to upload anything, here's the upload media button right there.
Oh, okay.
So you're not set to any color, or you can do photos. It's whatever you think, like I've been saying, whatever is the best fit for your business. I would just say, for the most part, with the color background, keep it simple, and then you can customize it more with adding photos and different fonts and colors and stuff especially once we get to like the menu page, which is like the meaty fun part for you guys. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was thinking, just keep it simple, because you don't want the colors to contrast, in the back of it, and then just be all looking mushy.
And what I love about Wix is how it gives you that range of colors. So we're going to do a lot of green for this website, and I like that it gives you that full range of green that you can play with and say, okay, well, if the background's a dark green, maybe we can make the text like a lighter green or like a yellow. Or something.
And then give you colors similar to it too. So
Nice.
I see it keeps in the same color range.
It keeps you looking nice.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
did
their goal,
see that it does give you similar colors. I like that.
Yeah, and that's what I love about this. It's not crazy. I know, when I first was learning how to make websites, one of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, I just did this in an afternoon." I'm like, "No way! Like, I thought you had to have a computer science degree to do this." You really don't, I swear, because I can't do calculus. I am not that kind of person. That's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
So what I like about this is very creative friendly. All right, so. Got our background color. We've got our home page looking pretty good. So now let's move on to some of our other pages. So let's talk about your page options. So we're going to close out page background here. So you're going to go to this left corner where it says page. There's a little drop down menu. It's going to have a list of all of your pages. This is how you hop from page to page. Now to manage your pages, so like deciding your name of your page or the order of your pages, you're going to click Manage Pages. And this is going to come up right here. So it has a list of all of your different pages that we have going on right here. So you have your home screen, which is what you're looking at right now. This little icon right here, the eye, when it's got a slash through it, it means it's not visible. I don't know why it's doing that right now. So what we're going to do is there's a little dot, dot, dot button right here. You're going to click Show, and that means it's visible to the public. If you are working on a page that isn't quite ready to be seen after your site has gone live, you can make a page not visible, so it's there for you to work on, but no one else can see it. So if you're, for example, working on debuting a new seasonal menu and it's not quite ready to be seen yet, you can put it on not visible until it's ready. You are not committed to doing the entire, or not the entire, to keeping the order that they gave you. So right now on our site menu, we have our story, which is your about page, menus, online ordering, catering, events, and then contact reservations. You might not need all of those options depending on what your business needs. If you're doing a food truck, you might not want to do online ordering, or you might not have like an option to rent out a venue because you're not a venue. Play with what you need, get rid of what you don't. If you want to get rid of a page, just go to the dot, dot, dot again, and then click delete the page. If you need to add a page because you feel like there's something there that you need, click add page. The new page is gonna come up there. I'm gonna call this one catering menu because this is gonna come in handy a little bit later on. So I'm gonna take catering menu. If you want a sub page of a page, so when you're on a website and you click on like a page option and then there's a whole list of more pages, that's how you create this. So you can drag and drop all these pages and see how it moves it up. So this is going to create its own page. Now, if you wanted a sub page, you scooch it over like that. And now this catering menu page is attached to your menu page. All right, still got everybody? Okay, with all your pages. So let's go to our first page, which is going to be our story. So as you see in your left corner, it's telling you this is the page you're on. We're going to go to our top text, and we're going to say edit text. We're going to change to our standard header, which is going to be, as we remember, it is, where is it, Belinda. There we go. Keeping it white because it pops on that background, and then we can change it to about, or however you want to name this page, or you can say about restaurant, about chef, about, however you want to do it. We scroll down, you see a little text box here that says our story. Again, click to edit your text. Here you can keep it to our story, you can keep it to about, whatever, again, lots of options, and we're going to change, since it's a header, to Belinda. And then the paragraph, same thing with your paragraph. This is where you're going to add your about information. It could be a short bio about you. It could be how you created your catering business or your food truck. Add anything about that. They also do give you options to add more here. It's all up to you. You can just have one paragraph, be simple, and that's it. You can add a paragraph about you and then a paragraph about how you decided to create whatever you're creating. And of course, right now there are lots of photo options. So again, we've got this nice little strip. Change your strip background. Let's see, let's go into, I think there's even more images down here. So none of these are great food related, I'm sorry. Here, we'll just change it to this, which is kind of goofy. So you can change that strip background. It doesn't have to be stretched. Like I was saying during our homepage, it could just be regular page size, whatever you want. And there's more, and then this, for example, is just a typical photo box. If you don't love it, you can, I'm gonna delete it right now, because then what we can do instead is go to add, and look at all of these options we have here. You've got different text options, you've got image options, you have gallery options. So galleries could be great for if you're creating a web page where you're mostly focusing on what you've made and just your that's not your menu. And so you can do galleries that are very much like a grid, or it could be sliding galleries. I think those are fantastic. I love those for home pages, if that's your vibe, where you can have, you know, sliding photos of various dishes that are featured as part of your business, and it's very eye-catchy. Again, all personal preference, I'm just showing options. So we've got different galleries, and they could be as organized or chaos organized as you could possibly want. And then there's also even just adding shapes and different buttons and stuff. We'll get into more of that later, especially with the social media. So if we want to add an image, you can either add Facebook images, or you can do my uploads. Give me, there's even music if you want to add music to your website. I think that's a little early 2000s, you know, like my page vibes for my taste, but
yeah, like I don't think no website has music.
I don't think people do that as much anymore, but it's totally up to you. All right, so let me add an image. Good. Okay.
That's like for MySpace.
Yeah, it's been a minute since anyone's put, you know, music or glitter details on the website.
Yeah, I have not seen that in a while.
All right, how are we feeling good about our about page now? All right.
Yeah.
Now, I think we need to get to the meaty part, the more exciting part for you guys, which is the menu page. So we're gonna come back up to our left-hand side here. We're gonna click on our menus page, and our menus page is gonna pop up. So, first thing we wanna do is click settings. And all of your menu settings are going to pop up. So let's start with the look of the settings. So if you click on settings, you can have dish options like, do you want to include the price? Are you bougie enough to not include the price? Do we want to include labels, like the options for how spicy something is it vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free? All of those options that consumers like to look for. And do you want to show everything? Do you want to show just specific things? Layout's going to give you different options, like do you want it automatically does slim for you, but you could do this where, you know, it gives it a little wider. It's all about how you want to lay it out. Do you want to lay it out in 2 columns? Do you want 1 column? It's a lot of different options in there on how you think it's best to show your items. Or like catalog, and for example, gives you an option to add a photo if you want to include photos in your menu. That's also another option. In design, if you click menu, that's going to be all your font colors. So you have paragraph 2 is white, but then, for example, I don't know why it fritzes out like that. Your menu background, let's change it to that same green maybe. So we have that green consistency going on. Or you can pick, and then from here, when you go to descriptions, maybe we want it to be a lighter green. See how that shows up. Or not bad. All right, so we've got our color customization going on. Now, to add menu items, we go to info, click edit your menu. It's gonna take you back to your dashboard. So your dashboard is where you control a lot of your business information, which you can add in your own time. So for the first thing that it's gonna ask you is for business info, which we'll go also into more detail once we get to the contact page. So right below that says add your first dish. So we click on that, and then right next to it says add a dish. All right, and it's giving you COVID warnings, of course. Now it's gonna have your menu option here, so edit your menu. It's gonna give you sections. So for right now, because it was based off of a Mexican restaurant, you've got starters and burritos. You can always add a new section, so if you wanna add main plates, if you want to add a section just on toast because we're doing an avocado restaurant. Very, you know, always an option. And you can add photos.
That's fine.
You can
I would do
add
that.
you can add photos, you can add a description describing toast. It's whatever you think your consumers are going to need. All right, so we've got our toast section. So our toast section opens. And we have nothing in here because we haven't added anything to it yet. So then you say add new dish, and you create a new dish, and this is gonna pop up. So it gives you a complete template to add your new menu option. So we've got our add an image. If you wanna include images, it's totally up to you. then you add, so we're just going to do basic avocado toast. And we're going to say, I don't know, how much would you guys price avocado toast for these days?
$12.
Like, yeah, like $8.
$8? Okay, so we're going to say it's $8, and then depending on, and then it gives you an option to add tax. I don't know if you guys need to do that.
More like $6, probably like 80 cents tax.
Tax, okay.
Tax
So I
will
think
be
it just gives
percentage.
you, sorry, I gotta move you
So
guys over again.
And if you
Philadelphia's
want an
tax is
egg, you
7%.
could for like $10.
Yeah, because like a avocado sub is
Maybe
like
trying to eat your
There's lots of
pockets.
options. Yeah. All right. So the tax, I think Pennsylvania is 6%. So I think we'll just add that in there. And then you can add your description. So you can even add things like add an egg for additional, that's not a dollar sign, $2. And then you can add those options too, or add any other things you would want to add to your dish. So then at the bottom you have your vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, organic, and then your spicy meter. They give you 3 different spicy options if that is your kind of cooking. What I think is really cool at the bottom here, so it's got visibility and inventory. So say if for your business, you rotate your menu by seasons, you can easily do that on your website. So for example, if this item here that we're working on is more of a summer thing and now it's getting to be fall and it's, you know, not feeling that for fall, unclick this and the customers can't see it, but it's still saved in your Wix document. So when spring, summer comes around again, you click this again and it goes right back on your menu and you don't have to go through the whole hassle of recreating these menu templates every single time you change your menu.
That's cool.
I really like that.
That's handy.
And then especially here over, same thing, inventory. You know, okay, what if you go to the market and your tomatoes don't look good for some reason and you have a very like tomato heavy dish and it's just not gonna work for this week or today, same thing, take it out of stock. Just because you're out of that item that's really relying on that. So once you've done everything, you just click add and it's gonna pop up right here. It's also gonna get on our cases about adding more business info. We'll come back to that. So once we've done that, you can keep adding dish options. It's also going to ask about ordering online. That you can definitely do through Wix. You will have to get premium if you want to do online ordering, reservations, or anything like that, if that is a need for your business. For the sake of today, we're just going to focus on menus. All right. So say we've added a couple more dishes. We are going to close this out here, and it's going to come right back to our page that we've been editing. So notice how on the bottom here, this is the avocado toast we just added. Great. All right, any questions about menus and adding it to your menu? No? Okay, good. So the next page we're gonna get into is catering, if that is an option for your business. So we're gonna come over here to our left-hand side, we're gonna go to catering. So, same thing like we did with our about, we're gonna click here, click this top text if it's gonna let me. Or my computer is going slow right now. I'm just going to click refresh 1 minute and for a second just because it's not listening to me. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes Wix can be a little finicky depending on how many pages you have open on your laptop or just how many people are on your Wi-Fi. No, I didn't want to order them. Okay, so we're back at our catering page. So of course we're going to edit that header text. So we use our Belinda header text. And then of course, editing it. We'll call it Ava Catering. Now, On this catering page, it gives you, the first box it's going to give you here is services. So here you can edit your text and make a list of your services, how many people, what, whatever you guys want to advertise for your catering. You guys are the chefs. Just talk about all the details that all the services you provide through the catering part of your organization. And of course, in this paragraph, we are going to switch it to Avenir, if I can find it. There we go. Avenir, right there. And add all of your information. And then also here, we've got another background strip. So we can change our background again. To whatever images you want to do. Let's see, let's do media from Wix because it gives you more options. And there even is, if you go over here, food and drink category. And this one of spinach. There we go. So now your background spinach. As you scroll down, there's the catering menu option here. So remember when we created that catering page and I said it was going to come in handy? Here we are. So here's this button here. When you click on the button, it's going to say change text, layouts, design. The big important thing is linked. So it's this little green button that's got 2 links attached. So click on that. It's going to open this page and it says, okay, so you're linking to a page, which means another page on your website. Which page is that going to be? So we're going to switch over to your catering menu. And you have the option of how does it open? Do you want it to open in a new window or a current window? Let's just keep a current window. There's always an option to new window so then consumers can go back and forth. That's great if you're on a physical computer, not as much as if you're on mobile, and we will talk about how to mobilize your website as well. So we're going to do current window, done. So then if you go to preview, when you click this catering menu button, it's going to send you to the catering menu page that we haven't created yet. So it's always an option to reference other pages to your website. So let's go back to editor. Back to catering. You've got your list of services. You've got your menu that you can hyperlink to. And at the bottom, there's a contact box. There, with this template that Wix we're playing with right now, they've got contact boxes on the catering page, on the events page, and then also on the about page. At the very least, put one in, not on your about page, sorry, on the contact page. At the very least, put it in your about page. If you have a separate part that's like, if you separate your business between like a truck and your catering part, it would be good just to have a box just for catering. When you have this box on your website, if a customer uses it, you will get an automatically email from Wix saying, hey, someone sent you contact info, check it out in your dashboard, and I'll tell you to log in. So on this box here, it gives you options to do name, email, phone number, and then for the customer to write a message. If you feel like you need more information, click on the box itself, go to form settings, and it gives you all the different options. So if we go, so settings says it's a contact thing, form message. So when, what's gonna pop up when someone sends you a message? You'll say like, hey, thank you for messaging, thanks for submitting, whatever cute little message you wanna include there. Payment, that's a totally up to you option. If you want to include, you can link to PayPal. That's an option there. You can add a new field. This is going to give you, so this is a list of recommended things. So you can do different box for first name versus last name. You can add a company box if you plan on working with a lot of corporate. There's position, email, physical address, anything you think that you would need while interacting with your customers. Always an option. If you want to add a terms checkbox, there you go. That's always an option. You can even add the robot reCAPTCHA boxes if you are worried that robots are going to try to order food. That is an option. All right, so lots of things you can play with this box. You can also, of course, play with the design of it by clicking the design button. So it could There's lots of different options on how the boxes are laid out. You can play with where the lines are, whatever your needs are.
I didn't know that you can even add that, caption box
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like to confirm if they're human. I didn't know. I thought that was just like the website doing their own thing to make sure nobody was fake.
Yeah, it's definitely an option that you can add. From what I've seen on Wix, I've only seen it when I'm making a contact box, which is human interaction. But yeah, it's definitely there if you want to put that on there just to make sure, robots don't want to buy a sandwich.
Okay.
Of course, too, common sense, make sure that you have a phone number or a specific email address. If you have a specific person that is in charge of catering as part of your organization, always put that. You can either put it here or another part of the website, of the page, or just the website itself. How are we doing, guys? Good?
We're good.
All right.
Yeah, good.
Good. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go over to is our events page. So events, again, could look different depending on your organization. If you're a food truck, it could be a list of, hey, I'm at this festival, or I am at this farmer's market on this day each week, or this one time, or I'm parking in this part of Center City today. Hey, come find me. This is a great place to put all of your lists. There's another contact box here if you feel like you need it. If not, go ahead and delete it. Just click on the box and then click your backspace button and it's gone. Because we picked a restaurant template, it's giving you like, do you want to rent our venue? If that's not your thing, again, just go and delete it. Feel free to add photos. So it could be events of you at work, you working at events, or your company, however you want to market yourself here. We'll have, again, you have your text header. Make sure you're editing your text and you're changing it to your set footer. And then you can have your schedule either here or just add another box for it. So to add another text box, let's go to paragraphs, and here's all your different paragraph options. And this one even has the text that we like to use. All right. So that's our events page. I'm going to come back to the header, which will also add more things for your events page. All right, last page is going to be contact and reservations. So the way this is set up is it gives you options to, if you want to do reservations, it's here. Wix, you have to have premium to do reservations through their website. If you don't like using Wix, you can always, if this is your thing, include a link to OpenTable or however you choose to do that. The next thing is, I think, the most important. If you have a physical location, put this information here, your hours, anything like that. It gives you an option to add Google Map, and also this page can get combined with events if you feel like it's redundant to have the two pages. With the Google Maps, you click on it to manage locations, and if you don't have one, like if you're a truck that's multiple places and say like you're always in XYZ spot on Saturday, you can add these locations and say an address, add the address, and you can say the title, say Saturdays, and say we're always at this location on Saturdays. So yeah, it'll come up that, and then another location can be, and you can have a link to the physical location, or if it's part of a group of food trucks, like for example, like Smorgasbord in Brooklyn. Like I went to that a couple times when I was living in Brooklyn. Amazing. You can link to that, or if it's part of a festival, link to the festival. Back. Add another location. Call that Sunday. Say, okay, we're here on Sundays. And then again, here's your contact box once again. So we've gone through all the pages. We just have to add one more thing. Actually, I lied. Two more things. We have our header and our footer. So your header and footer are going to be at the bottom of every single page consistently. So for the header, there's two options. Either you can leave it blank. Oh, actually, you know what? We can change up here. Make sure you change it to your restaurant name. So we'll find our Belinda font again. then what we'll do is we'll stretch this out a little bit. There we go. So that's always at the top, and you can stretch this as much as you want. Now, to work on your header, you're going to click your header. It's going to call it a strip up here. Change that strip background. Again, we're going to go to the color, so you could either do it even darker than the other color so it pops. So let's try that. To add text at the top, so what I really liked, and I'm pulling this from the food truck template that I saw on Wix, is you add, give me a title, story title. We're going to bring it up here. So also a great thing with Wix is you see as I move it, it's telling you if you're centering compared to other things on your website. So this is saying, great, you're in the middle of this text box. Let's edit this. First, let's make it pop. So we'll do it white so you can see it on that background. Change it to, and it's already in Belinda, great. What I liked is for if you are a place that is in different locations each day, each week, adding a button that says, see where we are today. And then do arrows. Let's push that out so then it's only on one line. There we go. Now, highlight the text. Remember the link that we did earlier with our catering menu? In the text setting, there's the same link button right here. So we're going to click that link. We're linking to another page, so we say, okay, we're going to send you to our events page, so it has a list of where we are each day. In your current window, and then you say done. Close that. Let's make this strip a little shorter. There we go. And then if we click preview, so when you open that restaurant, or not that restaurant, open your website. So if I'm on the home page, and the first thing they're saying, they're like, oh, I really want to check these people out. Where are they today? They click on this link, and it has to your events page, and it's going to tell your customers exactly where you are that day. All right, so let's go back to our editor. We're going to head over to the bottom here. So on the bottom, click Change Footer Design. So we can customize your design. So either it can go all the way to the edge, or you can do different options to play with. Do you want a shadow on it? Do you want it just flat? All sorts of different options. What color do we want? So let's get that really dark green that we've been working with. So there's different text we can play with. So here you've got your copyright. So I would say definitely, include name of your restaurant and copyright for 2020. You can keep the Created by Wix, up to you. They're not going to come after you if you delete it. And then on the bottom here, you're also going to have, do you want your telephone number? Do you want an email address? Do you want a physical address? Anything like that that you want to put at the bottom. So then at the bottom of every single page, they've got your contact info so they can click and say, okay, great, I'm going to send them an email because I want to hire them for something. Yeah. Not sure if you guys have noticed, in this left-hand corner over here, hiding behind the menus page, is a restaurant social bar. So we're going to click on that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to where it's located. So see this green little pin thing? It says pin to screen. So when you click on that, what it does is it shows you where it's pinned on the website. So the way it works is as you scroll, your social media icons are going to either stay in that left-hand corner, or you can do left side, you can do this corner, wherever you like. I would say put it towards the bottom. That's just my personal preference, because then it's always there at the bottom, ready for reference. So we're going to close that. So now that you've pinned it to the bottom, we're going to click settings, and you're going to pick what you want to put on your social bar. So what do we want to prioritize? Let's see, I think we should definitely show Yelp because Yelp is so big. Same as the pages, you can drag and drop to decide your order. So if you decide, okay, Facebook's or Instagram's more, yeah, Instagram's way more important than Facebook. So let's put Instagram first. And then after that, I have more clients using Yelp. Let's put that one next. And same thing as I said before, notice how TripAdvisor is on invisible right now, so no one can see. Do
You
people
could
even
get more
use that?
hashtags from Twitter.
Oh, so then let's move Twitter up. So Twitter's there. So you've got all of your options. You can pick how is it laid out? Is it centered? Is it, left aligned, right aligned, whatever you think is going to flow the best. And you can decide how big they're going to be. So we can make the icons even bigger. Though you can't see them now, so you can spread it out that way. If you want to be really in your customer's face, you can make smaller if you don't. Design, same thing. How do you want the icons to look? Totally up to you. You can make it more transparent so they can still see the images and text behind them. Let's do that. If we go to info, of course you want to get found because you want to tell everyone about your awesome avocado toast. It's going to send you back to your dashboard. And it's going to say add links to social. So that's all your social media. So you say add social. And right here, it's got all of your list of social media accounts. So if you go to your Instagram, it's going to ask you for your page's URL. Copy and paste it right there. Click connect. So then after that, okay, you'll add your URL once you're ready. So then once you go back to, once you have all your URLs set up, you close this here. And when you go to that preview button, there you go. You click on Instagram and it's going to automatically send you to your Instagram. So then customers can go back and forth from your website to your Instagram. Hopefully you can put your website in your bio and your Instagram profile, so then it sends it right back. Good. Okay. So we've got our headers, we've got our footers, we've got our social media pinned to the bottom. Let's go back to our editor. The one last thing you need to think about is mobile options. So if you look on your top bar here, so you got all your settings and upgrades and saving and all of that. This is desktop, so what we're looking at right now is editing in desktop mode and how it's going to look if someone looks at this on a computer desktop. But also consider a lot of people are on their phones. So if you click this button right next to it, you switch to mobile. So this is editing your site via, so how it's going to show up when someone looks at your site on their phone, which could look a little different. So for example, notice how this is looking kind of funky. So if we want to change this text, widen it up a little bit more. So play with the text. So notice how the text is, coming up a little funky. So change it so it looks a little, so it's all one word. Well, not one word. Avocado is at least one word. And there's different options for header, scroll, and then it's telling us we have a hidden element. What is a hidden element? Nothing's hidden. Okay, nothing's hidden. All good stuff. Similar to how we had the page scroll on our desktop vision, same thing when you're looking at it mobile-wise. So here you're gonna see, how does this pop up on mobile? You still got your bar here, for, it keeps all of your social media here, those should scroll with you, or not. Still have all your footers, and also gives you an option. This is a quick action bar. If that's what you wanna do, it's definitely an option. You click on it, you can set up quick actions. So if you wanna have a chat where someone can click and chat with you, if you're a catering business and you wanna get more customers, add that chat box. More options can include, automatically going to Instagram or Facebook, though I don't think we need to do that since you've already got your social media bars set up. Let's get rid of that. Now, usually, so here are all your mobile tools, and it's going to ask, usually it does pop up and ask you if you want to take action. So you've got your action bar. Do you want to add an option to them be able to call you right away? Or email, go to Facebook, chat with you, and then this is to close it. So that's another option you can do. To set it up, you click that link and you just add your phone number right here. So that's an easy, what other mobile tools do we need? Back to the top button. Do you want to add that? Do you want to add a button where it just says, okay, great, you're all the way at the bottom. Go back up. I don't think we need colors, welcome screen. Here we go. You can, if you want to add a logo, upload your image here with your logo. That's an option. You can even add an animation so it bounces in or it fades in, or whatever you think is going to be the most catchy when you're looking at a mobile site. So let's click done there. Let's see what tools we have. So we got our welcome screen theme. All right, let's optimize our pages now. Did that do that? Okay. And this is optimizing it. So let's go to preview. So you can see this is exactly how it's going to look when you look on mobile. And this is another one that you're going to have to play with, and also goes through, and I included this in the PowerPoint, all the different options. Thank you, I was waiting for that to pop up. So meet your mobile site. So then you say, let's go. It's going to ask, okay, so our menu options that we usually have at the top of our website on our desktop, how do we want it on mobile? Do we want it on the left, the right? Do you want it on the center? Let's keep it in the center. Do you want your header to scroll with your page? Do you want it to disappear? Do you want it to fade out? I kind of like fade out because you can still see it while seeing the other text that you're looking at.
I think the fade out.
Yeah, I think that gives you the best option, so then they know it's there. The quick actions that we just picked. Do you want them floating? Do you want them on the bottom? I think you should have them in some way, shape, or form. I think no action, could potentially lose you customers because a lot of people don't want to have to play around figuring out how to get in contact with you. So let's keep it on the bottom so it's always there. And then let's keep that back to top button. And then it gives you let's talk about mobile editor. And you're all set. So now you've got your website all set for mobile. All right. So let's go back to your desktop.
That was real easy.
Right. And that was the last step.
I feel like it's real helpful because instead of you having to pay, my bad, I know y'all can't see that. Instead of for you having to pay $150 or $200, because I was literally about to pay $250 yesterday to do my website, not knowing that this is free. Like you can really just do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little time consuming because I don't do all of this, but it's really helpful.
Right.
It's a lot of playing around, but it only will take you day, maybe two at most, depending on how involved, because also too for you guys, a lot of it's going to be considering what you're offering on your website. But now that you know how to do this, you're saving your business money, because you can say, oh yeah, and you don't have to go to that person when you want to change your menu. It gives you more connection with your customers because you're constantly updating it, and you're not having to call your website person saying, oh hey, I have to switch to my fall menu now, and they'll be like, okay, that's another how much money.
Yeah, because they usually charge $75 for you to do add-ons, and I'm like, I don't have money falling off of the trees.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because you guys are trying to, you want to use your money towards your ingredients and whatever you need, whether even if you have to fix your truck or buy more equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you want to prioritize.
Yeah, because I even noticed that Chef Adam uses this, but if I was a little smarter, I would have probably looked at the bottom and probably would have figured it out. But now that I know what he do, now I'm onto it. So it's real helpful right now.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions?
No, I feel like it's simple. It looked real simple and easy the way you was doing it because you really explained it while you was going along. So I feel like I can do it now.
Good, yeah. Like I keep saying, just keep playing with it and keep noodling around to see, what you want to add, what you want to subtract. Also, too, on the homepage, there's even boxes that you can make links to your menu if you want to order online, or any other options that you think are a good action to put on that homepage to get that customer pulled in right away.
Yeah, and the simpler the better, because you don't want too much, and then people have
you don't want too
everywhere
much.
just to
That's
find simple things.
you didn't want too much of that movement with the words, transitions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And there's also options to add a video. I don't know if you guys would want to put a video on the homepage or even your about, but that's also another option that you can put in there to really customize your website.
A video will be nice.
The food.
Yeah, I think slideshows are great when you're doing a portfolio of all of your either catering or whatever you're presenting.
Yeah.
Jess, do you have browse. So Wix is cool, but
Yeah.
do you have another piece of software you use for websites if you aren't on a Wix website?
So if you don't want to use Wix, there's other other companies that have similar programs like Foursquare. I personally haven't used them as much. I just feel more comfortable using Wix, which is why I chose to walk you guys through Wix today.
Can you also get paid for it? You know, creating somebody else's website, like.
Yeah, you definitely can. That's actually what I do as part of
that's
my business as a
cool.
website creator. So that's definitely an option. So right now I've created websites I do a lot of websites for actually more like costume designers and jewelry designers and other artists, because I actually was a professional dancer for a while. So I'll make websites for my colleagues.
Nice.
So it is an option if you want to go that way, or if if one of your other students say like, yeah, I don't have time to make a website for my ex.
In the chat box, I'll pay you because I don't really like the things.
Yeah, me too. Because
my email address, my email address is on my slideshow if you guys want to talk to me at all. If you have more questions or are stuck on something, whatever you need, I will answer emails.
Because I feel like mine would look so simple, but if I like got you to do it, it would be like so detailed and
because
amazing.
it's like some people really have like a creative mind. Like I know how to cook, but I'm not creative. I don't do the design. I'm not really a creative person.
Yeah.
And I try to get there, but it's like really hard. But I know websites, me just
Cooking
sitting
is an art.
Yeah, I'm going to eat coffee. I'm going to be antsy. I'm going to have to get up. I'm hungry. I can't do that.
Delete, add, remove, delete, add, remove.
It's different types of creativity. Like you guys think of incredible dishes, and I like try to make dinner every night, and I'm like, okay, so what can I do with my veggies tonight? It's all relative. And there's nothing wrong with creating a super simple website as long as it's clear and it communicates your goals as a chef, as a business. Like I would be more worried about too over designing if you're a Project Runway fan and, think of Tim Gunn always saying like, edit, edit, edit. Keep that in mind. You don't need a zillion things. You can there's some templates that just give you an option just to create one page, or it's just one scrolling page where you have, how we divided all of our sections into different pages. If you don't think that's going to be a good fit for you, you can do it where it's just one page.
Yeah,
where you see your home and then you scroll down to your locations and your menu. That's another option. If you go back into your Wix templates and all that options, the food truck option was just one page. I just wanted to show you guys how to make multiple pages so you know how to play with that.
Okay.
So that's another option too, because for example,
what do you recommend? How many pages a website you think should be, like, without like overdoing it?
It all depends on what your needs are as a business. I would say don't do more than like 5 or 6. So today, how many do we have? If you look at the top, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be a little too much. I would say you could probably delete ordering online because ordering online can be a little complicated. Plus, you need premium with it, and you've got to have staff members paying attention to that. So if it's just you and one other person, working on your catering business or your truck, that might be a little hard to manage. So I would say, so if I go up over here and I can manage page, we can just delete that. So let's see, order online, ... button, delete. And then we're gonna say, yes, sorry, I gotta keep moving you guys over.
I'm happy you did explain because honey, bro, it's so hard to order online, and it's like it's okay. I know we can't really go into places like right now, but it's
so because that's so big right now, ordering online and to go.
Yeah, because I don't like my food touching, so it's like I can't say in the thing. Oh, I don't. Could you separate it? So it's like you can't even have the option on there to separate your food or.
Oh, they don't have that as an option?
No, no.
Because I know. For example, like if you guys have a Yelp page and you allow orders through Yelp, I know, like, because I ordered last night from a restaurant in Westchester because I live out that way. They gave me an option of writing notes, but I've noticed like some don't let you do that. Like some bigger, like I think Panera. Like I tried to order through Panera once, and they don't give you that option. So if you do want to add online ordering, you can easily add, like we were talking with the contact boxes, add another form line, add a notes option. Because even with all of the when we talked about the about boxes or the contact boxes for the catering page, or if you want to add it for your events or your contact, it's always there. So they can always add comments. They can, you know, go into more detail of like, okay, I want to hire you for XYZ event. So the more customer interaction they give you, the better customer experience you're hopefully going to have through your website.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And when people try to communicate with you through your website, is it like immediate response? Like, do you just get that right from your email, or like do you have to go on the website?
So Wix will automatically send you an email saying someone's contacting you through your website, and it'll tell you to go log into Wix and go to your dashboard. And then it'll have a little, I think I have it in mine, if I can check it.
Well, Patricia, you got all the questions and answers today.
So
I might want to create a website.
It's good.
I know I do.
So this is my homepage. So I've got all my different websites that I've made. And up in the corner here, it's your inbox and your notifications. So your inbox is going to have any direct contact with customers. It's all going to be right here. And notifications of either Wix will send you things, or, and you know what's also great too, is once you get your website going, here I'll show you one of my personal websites. You can create SEO, so that's how you get found on Google with keywords, and it's also going to track your analytics. So you're going to log into that homepage. It also gives you options for professional email, but that's an add-on that you have to pay for. But it gives you analytics. It's showing you how many unique visitors do you have in the span of either 7 days, 4 weeks, or 3 months. So for me, I've only had this website for about a month, so it shows me how many unique visitors I have. It can show me how many I've had in this past week. Gives you a lot of options. And then also, it's going to look a little different because this is I think I use like an artist template versus a restaurant. So I don't have as many options as you guys, where you guys are playing with your menus and different online ordering or reservation options.
You know, for each of your website, all do the emails go to the same place, or is it every website has its own email domain?
No, so once you sign up for a Wix account, so notice here, I've got like 4 different things up. Now only 2 of them are live right now, because let's see, that's the one we were just making. That's the one I was playing with when I was working on this workshop, and this is my performance website, you know, for my dance. So all of these are under my one account that is linked to my Gmail. So if I get notifications on any of these websites, it's automatically just going to go to my main Gmail account that I associate my Wix account with. So you don't have to worry about having different emails for different websites and driving yourself crazy with trying to monitor 20 zillion things at once.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. You guys are really thinking about all the details. I love it.
No, I usually have a lot of questions, but
well, like Nicole said,
the
PowerPoint is available to you guys through your media library. I forget where she said it was, and she can confirm that, to go over all the steps. And like I said, yeah, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. I will gladly answer emails.
And what is your email? I don't think.
So my email address is Jessica, Jessica.
Wait, add it in the chat box.
Here, let me do that.
You want to do it at the end if you want.
Yeah,
you can finish.
I'm pretty much done. We're doing the questions if you guys have any other questions or anything.
Okay.
I'm going to stop screen
just
sharing.
put it in the chat then.
Yes, I will do that right now.
Thanks, Jessie. Ooh, my voice is broken after not talking for a little bit. Thank you so much for coming and sharing all of that with
Thanks
everybody.
for coming.
Yeah, for real. I was really interested in doing a website, so
yeah.
Good.
And I didn't know how to go about. I only
ironic.
know how to do Google Docs.
But great.
Oh, Google Docs is a struggle.
Yeah.
All the cloud stuff sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, my website would be a PDF. Like so yeah.
It'll be a picture of a food truck and that's it.
Thank you,
Thanks
Jess.
for coming out.
You're welcome.
I learned a lot that I didn't even know.
Me too.
I did too.
Great. And like I said,
and that
it's in the
Wix
PowerPoint
website,
and the emails in the group chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like she said, and like Liz was reminding us, that the slides are on at the Institute, and then you'll go into the library and research resources class, and then I made the very top section in that class is called webinars and demonstrations, and her PowerPoint is there.
Thank you.
And I didn't even know that Winx had all that stuff, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, I don't know why I didn't think Winx had all that.
Because we're so used to seeing Chef Adam's website.
Yeah, and
No
his is kinda
shade,
old
Chef
looking.
Adam. Your website is done up pretty nicely and it's
It is
put
nice,
together
but he
well.
just needs to update the
they're
pictures.
bargaining for grades now. Oh, it's beautiful, Adam. It is. It's the best
It
Wix
is. It's
website I
easy to
ever
get
saw.
to. Everything is
I didn't
right
say
The
one
worst
click
website
away.
I've ever seen.
Try to make it as user friendly as possible.
It is. It really is. It's nothing. It's not hard.
No,
You
I
should
like
be able to look for things when you're
Just
on
look
there.
at it as long as Chef Adam can use the website, anybody can use the website.
I'm hollering. That's